Alrighty, hey guys, welcome back to the video, and today we have a new patch. Unfortunately, it is not 1.3, but we still have a new 1.2 branch. And what I mean by that is we have patch 1.2.10, and it's also in beta as well. Now, what does this mean? Is this a big content patch? Is this kind of like 1.3? They just renamed it to 1.2.10. No, it is pretty much the patch that is, I think, going to come right before 1.3. Like, I think the next patch after this one will be 1.3, is what I think, but who knows? We might see it 1.2.11. But also, this is not a big content patch. So you can see right over here, it's mainly crash fixes and bug fixes. But without further ado, let's get right into the changes. Okay, so let's start out. So first, they start out by saying this hotfix includes several single-player and multiplayer fixes aimed at improving the game's stability and addressing the most significant bugs. Some changes involve deeper modifications and may result in unexpected behaviors. Therefore, we have made the hotfix available through the Steam beta system first. We would greatly appreciate if you could opt into this branch and play as you otherwise would and provide feedback. Additionally, please submit crash dumps if any crashes occur. Thank you for your support. So it looks like they're looking for people to play test as much as possible. I'm guessing this because, before 1.3 drops, they want to make sure everything is pretty stable when it comes to crashes and all of that, and that is why I think they are releasing this patch that is mostly just crash fixes and bug fixes. Not much really was added, but just stuff was fixed, right? Now, also, they do talk about 1.3 a little bit later. We're going to go over that as well. But I did make a shorter list. I'm going to link down below this patch notes if you want to read all of them. But I did make a shorter list of all the crashes and the fixes, so we kind of go through them a little bit quicker. Which ones I think impact the most people, because it's pretty much stuff that you would do, pretty much you would do this more often than not whenever you are playing. So instead of the other ones that, like, sometimes you might get into the situation and a crash might happen, but these are stuff that might impact you like on a daily whenever you're playing, right? So first, for the crash fixes, fix a crash that occurred in Encyclopedia when switching between characters quickly. Whenever you're switching between characters kind of quick, trying to find somebody, a crash can occur. That is now fixed. Then when assigning a commander to a formation during the order of battle phase, obviously in that order of battle phase, that's kind of when you do assign commanders to formations. So obviously if you do the thing that you're supposed to do and a crash happens, that is now fixed. Then, due to a multi-thread issue during siege and hideout missions, whenever a siege or a hideout mission would occur, for some reason that's out of your control, there would be an issue for the multi-thread, whatever that means. I have no idea, to be honest with you. But your game would crash. That is now fixed. Then, when pressing the click to continue button during the first frame of a map, a conversation, if you're trying to just quickly go through a conversation, skip the conversation as quick as possible. You can actually crash if you go a little bit too quick. That is now fixed. Next, when setting a hotkey in options, obviously you can set your hotkeys to whatever you want. And, when you're doing that, a crash can occur. That is now fixed. Then, when entering a battle against bandits, again, a thing that you're going to do pretty often. So that is good that it's fixed. Then, when loading a save file that contained an item from a deleted crafting template. So pretty much if you have an old save from a different version of the game for like a smithing run or something that includes smithing, if you load it back up and some stuff was already deleted, pretty much what would happen is the save file would cause your game to crash, but that is now fixed. Then when trying to sell all of an equipped item, so whenever, let's say for example, you have a sword equipped, but you also have the same sword in your inventory and a lot of it, if you try to quickly sell all, let's say you're trying to sell all your weapons, if you quickly try to sell all of them and you get on that item that you have equipped as well, that would crash your game. That is now fixed. Then they kind of said when loading a save file, which is kind of, everyone does that, unless you're just, playing your games by pressing new game each time, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, so whenever you load a save, a crash would occur. I'm guessing, it would be for a specific reason, but they kind of didn't list it. Next, when sieging a settlement as an army member, so whenever you're not the captain or, like the army leader, just a member, that would happen, which you actually do more often than not as a vassal and mercenary, so it does happen a lot. Next, into the bug section, this right here, fixes for the bugs, right? So also, I just picked a couple out that I thought were more important than the others. But again, I'm going to link down below the full, what's called patch notes. First, they fixed a bug that caused donated troops and prisoners to stay in your party. So whenever you would donate troops or prisoners, they would still stay in your party, which was kind of like a bug. And pretty much you kind of abuse it in terms you could still get the bonuses, just you wouldn't, you wouldn't incur the penalties, which is pretty much you still got to keep the troops. But that is now fixed. Now the transaction will actually happen. Then they fixed a bug that prevented certain crafting recipes from producing legendary items. Now all the ones that can produce legendaries do produce them. There we go. Then they fixed a bug that prevented that parties they fixed a bug that parties to abandon their army when the army leader was inside a settlement under siege. So it's pretty much a bug whenever parties just pretty much saw their army leader was inside a settlement under siege, they would automatically leave their army, just automatically just like surrender and just like run their separate ways. But now they actually will stay and fight. And then also they fixed a bug where parties slash armies would continue besieging settlements even in the presence of a larger threat nearby, like a bigger army. Or what's it called? When there are otherwise no longer logical to just stay there and fight. So pretty much what would happen is these two right here, these two bug fixes that we just talked about, they help your AI army actually make smarter decisions instead of making, the dumb decisions they do make. Do I think this is going to still fix the AI completely? No, but hopefully it's like just a little push in the right direction. The AI is still kind of dumb, but it is what it is. Next, they fixed the bug that prevented the assigned governor from teleporting to the target settlement. There it is. Whenever you assign a governor, usually they teleport to whatever settlement that you put them in. Sometimes that didn't happen, but now it should. And then also, this is kind of a big one because I use cheats a lot. For example, like whenever I'm trying to like craft something for a video. But what's it called? They fixed the bug that prevented the campaign add attribute points to hero, campaign declare peace, and campaign declare war cheats from working correctly. Now all three of those do work correctly. So very good. I like that a lot. Now moving on to changes. This is like the only change really, but they reduced the loading times on console. So Xbox and PlayStation, shouts out. Let me know how that goes. How many seconds less is it? Let me know. Is it faster? Does it feel faster? I don't know. But there you go. It reduced the loading times. Unfortunately, since this is in beta, technically, you guys still don't get it currently right now. Once the patch does go to live, though, you guys will get the changes to the loading times. So I will ask this question again whenever that does happen. Okay? Now, moving on, multiplayer. I'm not going to cover too much of it. Let's cover the crashes. They fixed a crash. A client crash that occurred when you switched sides. There it is. Sometimes you would switch sides whenever the team needs balance. There you go. There won't be a crash now for the client. And then also for the fixes, they fixed a bug that prevented the lobby screen friends list from being updated correctly. Cool. And then they fixed a bug that caused taunts and cheers to still receive inputs when holding the cheer button, even after the radial menu has been closed. I'll be honest with you, no clue what that means, but fixed. Easy. And then also there are a lot of changes to all these scenes, like all like the different maps. So if you do play multiplayer, again, check the link down below for all the changes for some of your favorite maps. There are a lot of them actually, quite a bit as you can see right over here. But that's going to do it for patch 1.2.10. And also there is quite a little bit of banter where people are saying, don't tell me this is it in terms of this patch. And the community manager responds, no. What's it called? There's going to be more that's coming. It is a given that we are going to continue polishing existing content. And then saying, as stated before, yes, we are working towards future updates, which of course include new content. So 1.3 is still on the way. It's just they wanted to get this out first, get the polish out first before they got the new content out. It is what it is. Obviously, people aren't going to be happy about it, but the game should be a little bit smoother. So, yeah. that's going to do it for me. That's your update for 1.2.10, what's inside of it. And I'll see you in the next one.